Hello and welcome to the Smith Summit News. This is the news channel where we talk about when Smith Summit happened. And today we're giving you the monthly recap. This month has been a very weird one because of a lot of the events and how it's played out, especially since of some guests that we managed to get in. It's just very crazy. And here is the monthly fire round. To start off the 30 days, we got a distress message from IC, who seems to be in a lot of danger. The goons that we sent out to find Jack Crow have went missing. However, a few days later, we discovered that the goons were alive and they were returning to base. We managed to treat them, however, they then got possessed and started attacking both bases. We rendezvoused with Smith Summit team and we then made an underground base where we dug to each of our headquarters to try and get some reparee to fight back. Many people got lost to the forest, including Curious, who got stuck there by a laser pointer. But when Smith Summit were going to their base, they discovered a ritual site underneath. This ritual site contained scriptures and a medallion that we didn't know what to do with. After a heartfelt message from Curious's cousin, they snapped back and they told us a lot of information about the forest. It was revealed that the forest was possessing everyone, and it was in fact Jack Crow being used as a host to possess everyone. After this information, we pivoted our strategies to save Jack Crow. Absolutely nothing happened for a day. However, after that, we managed to find a restoration machine to set Jack Crow back to the correct state. Day 50, we set out our assault and we successfully saved Jack Crow. IC woke up in our base and sent out a distress signal. We returned to base and then started to find a way to destroy the rest of the forest. Blew up a lot of the forest, got Jack on for episode with an armed growth. We found Mother Tree behind it all, and we used H Medallion to save the rest of the forest. And that is the fire round. However, this season wasn't possible with just me. We have two people to also thank for this month who were key pivotal parts of the story and the recording. And we've got them to my right. Going from left to right, would you want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Rudy.
Hello, I'm Icy.
You would have recognized them from a couple of the videos within this month. So the story of the season was quite random, you could say. Do you want to explain how we got to this story for the month?
I don't remember. We just made it up on the spot.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so basically, we, after getting Jack Crow to do an episode, which they kindly volunteered to, we sort of made it that they were lost in the forest for a while. And then that turned more so from a joke to an idea for the next months of content to it being secretly about them being lost in the forest and the forest like being alive. And that's how this all happened. However, it was not all about Jack Crow. There was some other people from the Smith community that we mentioned throughout the episodes, and one of them was Curious. You guys would like the Curious story?
Yeah, I really like the Curious story. You know, as a cat, Curious, of course, is proud to do cat things. So when they were lost in the forest due to a laser pointer, it was quite hilarious. And then the heartwarming end to Curious's story, where they were contacted by their family on the Daily Smith Summit News, and brought them home and made them sane again, I guess.
Very
It's very
heartwarming.
nice, very very heartwarming.
You would have seen the very beautiful pictures of Curious's reunion in the video. That isn't me, you got to thank for that. Most of the stuff that takes a lot of effort was actually not done by me, but my co-host over here to my right, who put in way too much effort to a lot of these bits. So when Icy's episode happened, we changed their audio. That was all my co-host as well. And yeah, so we've sort of upped a little bit of our game. It's less just from recording to now putting a little more effort in, and it's just going to be a downward spiral from here. One of the stories was about this ritual site underneath the Smith Summit HQ. And then we were able to find pictures of two people from that. One being the legendary Vault Hunter himself. And then we managed to get the great-great-grandson of the legendary Vault Hunter as well. Both holding this medallion of sorts. Let's explain the backstory behind that then.
Well, it was a quite funny story, you know. I think this is more your jam, you know. I I was just
Well,
there for that, to
what?
be honest.
Yeah, me
It was a
too.
very good story, guys.
Very
It's
good story.
really very nice.
Okay,
Very
since
hard.
both of my co-hosts have forgotten what happened in the backstory for it, I'll explain. I was giving an amazing food review on the new McDonald's menu. And then there was this chicken nugget, and someone wanted to take a photo of my glamorous self. So I put on a hat and I pulled up to the screen and took some quite lovely photos. And then those got turned into that day's episode on the Ritual site, and that medallion was a McDonald's black pepper chicken nugget. After that, we needed to get the medallion again for another episode, and Isaac here mentioned something which caught all of us off guard. Okay, you can answer this one though. I bet you can. What did you mention when we were recording that episode?
Well, unironic and very conveniently for the plot of the story, I happen to recall a faint memory that I own and possess a very treasured chicken nugget necklace. And I tell you, it's real. It's not a fake chicken nugget. It's a real one, still going strong. And, it's the best thing ever. And conveniently, it fit right into the story. So, of course, we were going to have a photo shoot with it. Me as the great-great-grandson of the famous Vault Hunter.
However, after all of this, somehow we managed to get Jacko back in for another episode. And we don't know how, honestly. We're surprised that they even tolerated us after making the past 40 episodes related to them somehow after one cameo. I just hit the people and they knocked it out of the park. What did you guys think of the return of Jacko in DSSN?
Best episode.
Yeah, honestly, it adds a great it adds a humoristic lift to the DSSN story, and it's great content. They might have said a cuss word,
Oh
might
yeah,
have, but as the only addition of a cuss word at the cost of at some humor, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
It also
great for
introduced.
the channel. It's
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm not kidding here. The ratings have gone through the roof. I've never seen anything quite like this. The ratings they're all over the place.
Yeah. And it also introduced us to the fan favorite character of Arm Growth Guy.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get Arm Growth Guy on here today, but
Yeah.
it would have been great to have them around because they're such a lovely spirit around the office. They really, really crack some good jokes.
They knocked it out of the park with another amazing episode. Let them free ball was just an amazing idea. We're glad to be on the good side of you still, Jack Crow. Thank you for not hating us. We are just as surprised as always. We do have a lot planned for next season. It's going to be nothing like this past season, and it'll be even more random if that's possible. However, it is quite fun for what we've got planned, and I cannot wait to start recording it. However, that wraps it up for this month's recap. Don't have much to talk about. However, stay tuned for the next month of context for season 3 of the SSN, and you will not regret it. And we, in fact, do have news today. The news comes from a very trustworthy source. We believe that the words are ironclad, even if it's just a message. However, we have been told news. And prepare for this amazing news. This is all for today. There has been news on Smith Summit, and I hope you have a great day. And we'll see you in the next months of content.